Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Shafiyah Annisa Sosronegoro from class 90, and today I'll be showing you my scientific project titled The Impact of Using ChatGPT on the Learning Independence of Junior High Global Islamic School Students. For table of contents, there is introduction, result and data analysis, and last there is summary and recommendations. The Islamic value for this presentation comes from Surah Al-Majadalah, verse 11, which means, O believers, when you are told to make room in gatherings, then do so. Allah will make room for you in His grace. And if you are told to rise, then do so. Allah will elevate those of you who are faithful and raise those gifted with knowledge and right. And Allah is all aware of what you do. Next, we have introduction. First is background of the problem. ChatGPT without supervision that may affect students' learning independence. School learning methods shape students' attitude towards technology as GIS junior high students are still developing their thinking and social skills. Junior high school students at GIS tend to choose easier solutions. So without guidance, ChatGPT has the potential to be misissued. Junior high school students at GIS can use digital tools easily, but they're very responsibility in technology, which makes ChatGPT a supportive learning tool or a source of dependence. Problem statement. Why do junior high students at Global Islamic School use ChatGPT in their learning activity? How can teachers and schools help students avoid becoming overly dependent on ChatGPT? What are the benefits and risks of using ChatGPT for students' learning independence? Objective: understanding the reasons why junior high students use ChatGPT for learning activities, identifying the benefits and risks of using ChatGPT for students' learning independence, identifying the role of teachers and schools in guiding students so they do not become overly dependent on ChatGPT. Research method. This study uses a non-experimental method. The scientific work will be conducted by carrying out research and distributing a Google form containing 8 observations questions to junior high students regarding their use of ChatGPT in learning activities. And for the last of introduction, we have brief history. The development of artificial intelligence has made a significant contribution to innovation and education, particularly in supporting the independent learning process of students in school. Let's move on to data analysis. First question is, how often do you use ChatGPT to help with studying or completing school assignments, with the majority of students answering occasionally? Second question is, in your opinion, does ChatGPT help you understand difficult lessons, with the majority of students answered agree? Third question is, ChatGPT helps you finish school assignments more quickly, with the majority of students agreed. Fourth question is, you feel that ChatGPT makes you lazy to think on your own, with a majority of students strongly agree. Fifth question is, you try to understand the material on your own before asking ChatGPT, with the majority of students answered occasionally. Sixth question is, in your opinion, should ChatGPT be used as a learning tool at school, with the majority of students aren't sure. Seventh question is, you feel more motivated to study independently after reading ChatGPT's explanation, when the majority of students are doubtful. And finally, the eighth question is, you find it easier to focus on studying without using ChatGPT, with the majority of students feel average. And finally, for last, we have summary and recommendation. Conclusion. The result of this research taken from a questionnaire using Google Forms shows that most students use ChatGPT as a tool to help them understand difficult lessons. Even though there are concerns that it might reduce their independence in thinking, many students still try to learn on their own. Overall, students agree that ChatGPT can be used at school, but they still need guidance so that they use it properly and it truly supports independent learning. Now we have recommendation. Based on the result of this research, it is recommended that students should use ChatGPT wisely and not depend on it every task. ChatGPT should be treated as a helper, not the main source of the answers. Students are encouraged to try understanding the material first before asking ChatGPT, so they can build stronger thinking skills and not lose their learning independence. It is also recommended that teachers guide students on how to use ChatGPT properly, so it becomes a positive learning tool rather than something that replaces their own effort. That's all for me. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.